Oh yeah, that's what we like to see. You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. Another half-inch of rain. Imagine that. Alrighty. So, what are we gonna do today? It's supposed to be 55. Hey, we're going this way, bud. Previously, we did some brakes. We picked up supplies we needed, but we still got that alternator to do. So let's just check this alternator, make sure it really isn't charging before I bring it to them and say, hey, it's not charging. And then we'll get right after it. So that is the plan. Let's dive into it. I appreciate you guys watching along. Hopefully it'll actually start and we can check it out. Yeah, doesn't take much voltage, but as we saw earlier, well, in previous, it was not charging. So I did take the touchscreen off and we didn't run the heat, and it, yeah, this is the second time we've had alternator issues. First time we only made it like 5 hours. So we're gonna check it out, see what's going on with it. So yeah, we're only making 11 and a half, just maybe 11 3/4. Got it idled up. The chattering goes away, but there's definitely something wrong inside of it. So I'll shut it down. I do have 3 new belts for it. I tightened them up previously. They weren't that bad from Mack. But I gotta get that out. It's kind of a pain to get it out, so. Okay. And it's out. Oh, we're missing a bolt there. See how this one's missing, and I'm missing 2 bolts. Well, it's out. We're gonna go have them figure out why it's not charging. I don't know if that's the reason. Old motor might shake a little bit. Yeah, or they didn't put Loctite or something. Alrighty, let's get going. Them guys, Chelmsford Auto Electric, always hooking it up. So what we actually figured out was that bushing was completely egged out. 2 bolts were missing, so this is a rebuilt one, because granted that back of the housing they'd need to source a new one because that was egged out. So they rebuilt it, or they had this one in the stock rebuilt. They just had to switch the pulleys. They did actually pull these out and make sure that they were Loctite. So yep, appreciate you guys. Let's go throw this back in and keep moving. Alrighty, rainy days, well, can't always wear work boots. Muck boots, barn chore boots, we got the hookup now. So Hisea Boots actually reached out to me, and I'm like, I really haven't been doing much barn work, but I do work in people's barns. Granted, that will be over soon. And yeah, I work in the mud, so when it's monsoon season and everything else like that, we do have to switch out the work boots, throw these on, and these have been actually fantastic. They're priced really nice, like 1/3 to 1/4 of what some of the competition is, and they have an awesome warranty. Granted, I haven't needed the warranty because they're holding up awesome. So, but if you slide down in the comments below, in the description below, Duffy 15% off, and you'll see quite a bit more of that, because honestly winter hasn't shown up and we've just kind of got an early spring slash a mess. I'd say a mess. So mud season is gonna be all winter. But yeah, been rocking them for a few weeks now and really actually enjoyed them a lot. I just realized that I shut the hood with that in there. So, but down in the description, Hisea Boots, check them out. Been really, really good. Great warranty program, as they were explaining to me. Comfortable, lightweight. They got different designs, and their price awesome. Plus, you get 15% off. So, slide down there. I'm gonna throw this alternator in. We're gonna change belts out, and yeah, see how far we get. But at least my feet are dry, and I can run through mud puddles all day, because that's really what I want to do. Yanko, on the other hand, he loves being wet or being in the snow or doing all that stuff. Me, not so much. I like better weather. Alrighty, let's see how far we can get. Got the new Mack belts. The old ones really weren't that bad. Yeah, there's one that has a few marks, but I figured we might as well swap them out. Being a good place, it's always awkward when you lose a belt and then you have no alternator and no cooling. So slide these, the 3 in, and should be easy enough from there. All right, let's see, 1 at a time or 3 at a time, or I had to do 1 and then do 2, so probably do the same thing, work its way around. Okay, down around. Here we go. So you get all 3 on. We'll make sure all the numbers are going the right way, the same way, you know, just for the looks. But come over here. Oh, come on, get down and around there. That's the only problem, getting down around the bouncer by yourself. Maybe I'm gonna go down around the balancer first. No. Put that right there. Alright, I need 2 hands. Yeah, 2 hands is much easier to do it with. Alrighty. Make sure the belts are going the same way so we look somewhat professional someday. Someday, not today. We're just out here faking it till we make it. Am I going to be backwards once these flip over? No. Those are all good. Okay. Come on, baby. Okay, there we go. Those are at least in. Get the belts around, tighten it up. Hopefully we're good to go. We should be. Yeah, we got some wiring things to do and some air lines to do for that front, and then hopefully we're in a good place. I'm looking for a landing gear for one side, but I don't want to spend $500 on a landing gear when really this truck doesn't. If I was gonna, or the trailer doesn't really need it. Needs it, but it doesn't need it at the same point, if you know what I mean. Like, well, the cheapest ones that I found are like 800 actually. So new ones, well, we don't buy new for that stuff unless it was a real nice trailer. I gotta stop bumping my head into this fitting too. Yeah. I wish I had smaller hands. There we go. Okay. Put a little Loctite on those. That way we know we're all good. Everything's Loctited. I don't want this to happen again. We shouldn't have to mess with alternators every few months. Okay. Now, just throw these belts around the front. Make sure we're all straight. Looks good here. Does that look good to you guys? Here, let's see. You guys can't see much. Oh, I just put my hand on the oil again. But yeah, let me straighten these out a little bit, make sure they're good. So then you just get this one in. I guess those other ones were a little stretched out because we were way further out. Oh, come on. Yeah, doesn't give me as much room now with it in closer, which is a good thing. Good thing we changed the belts. Preventative maintenance. Okay, belts are on. They look good. Everything's tight. They're looking good. So let's turn the batteries back on and see if we, let me just make sure we look good. We look good from this side. And we look good from this side. So we'll keep these as spares. And then I'll put them in the box trailer in a minute. I got all sorts of spare parts. And then let's see if we make some voltage. Oh yeah. We're making voltage now. That's a better feeling that we have voltage now. We can run heat. It was a little chilly coming back with this thing. Now that I'm in the daytime, it's everything on the roof I think is running off too. I just need a pressure washer so we can pressure wash this thing down. It would look 20 times better once it's washed. It's just got a pinhole leak right there. And I think that's it, but that ain't gonna do nothing for me. So, alrighty. Flip the hood. We'll mess around with that airline. We got to figure out what we're gonna do with this landing gear. Yeah, gotta figure that out. So if you haven't watched the video of getting this box trailer, go watch it. Yeah, and if you don't remember, we had an airline here that broke literally as we were leaving. Just like brittle. Who knows, maybe it was broken to begin with and it just made it worse. But this was my fix. This side of the brakes is what actually applies to your brakes when you're driving And as you see, we didn't have much, but it worked. It honestly worked. That had nothing to do with this first brake locking up, because if there's no air, it doesn't lock up at all. The other side, if it released the air, then it locks all the brakes up. So this side was more of a, hey, are we gonna stop in time? Which is also, don't get me wrong, that's not the best thing. But like if we came to that point, I would just lock the trailer, lock the truck. So we taped it up. It leaked some, but clearly not ideal. And I did happen to call my brother and say, hey, which I usually carry my set. We'll grab the set in a second. I said, hey, I might need you to bring me those. But we took back roads. We didn't do the highway. Top speed was like 40 miles an hour. Well, we jumped on the highway for a little bit. Not like 65 mile an hour highway. So all these are, let me pull it apart and show you. Wow, there we go. So all it is the barb fitting piece there, and it slides up in, and that's it. So we'll just cut this down. I'll go grab a barb out of the kit and then slide it back together. Oh yeah, we got enough. So yeah, we got enough. I think I just hit it right. Might have hit it as I was moving stuff around or things. So freaking mud puddles. It is ice underneath, which isn't good, but gotta have yourself some boots for the season. You want to get yourself some boots? You're not a big wearing things on your feet person, are you? How's your tennis ball from the other day? Pretty good? Pretty good, yeah. Oh, that's the spot. That's the spot. You good boy. So this is why we got a second box trailer. Let me get in here. Yeah, we got stuff. We got stuff all over the place in here. Spare tires, kernel processors, Yanko's bed. I think they're in here. I don't think they're in my pickup. I don't remember taking them out and leaving them in the pickup. But I could probably stack some of this stuff together. But at the end of the day, it's just so much stuff that I need a pallet jack to move all that forward. We got the GPS to go on the tractor shelving, stuff like that. So getting a second box trailer and just having my stuff that's in my house and shop stuff separate pays off big time. So that is why we have that second box trailer. I don't remember bringing them up. Well, yeah, we got all the planter boxes. We got a lot of stuff. Welders, plasma cutters. It's a gray toolbox. Yeah, see, this roof leaks just a little bit. We do got to pull it forward because there's some water sitting on it right now because it did just rain. I do not know where those kits are. They might not actually be in here. They might be in my pickup. Might have taken them out, or they're slid underneath here. That might be where they're at because I used them not that long ago. Or it's right there and we walked right by it. That's one of them. I got two kits. One just has fittings and one has elbows and 90s and T's. And I'm gonna fall down in a second here. I'm wrapped up in a cord. So the other one's somewhere in here, but let me see which one this is without falling out of. I'm struggling, bud. He's just laughing at me. Yeah, the other one's somewhere, right? It's always somewhere. So some stuff is trash. I need to get more of these lights because I really actually like them. But that's what we need. So US bolt, and then you got a kit, and then you can reorder stuff. So like right now, this kit, other than 3/8 nuts, well, we only got 2, so we might need to reorder some of them. 3 of those. But that's all we need. So when you have the right part, it makes your life so much easier and getting stuff done so much easier. So that's not good when my phone's going off right now. But let me check that. We'll throw this together. Okay, slide it on. Get your airline up and in. That's as far as it goes. That goes up and into there. And then, let me make sure we're in a good place there. Square. And then as you tighten it on, it actually clamps down on the hose. So that makes it seal up and not have a leak anymore. It's good there was a little bit more line there. Otherwise we'd have to pull one, which sometimes can be not so much fun. But yeah, airline fittings. The second you get a vehicle with airline on it, get those boxes. They're so convenient. There's so many little pieces in them that make it good. The other one has a lot more, like I said. There we have it. All back to good. We do got to mess around with some lights. I think like the side light might be unplugged. Like that light works up there. The back lights work. Some corners work. So we just got to run through and check that out. But I'm going to do some digging here. And we got to figure out what is actually wrong with that. Maybe we'll cut the bolts right off. And that way we can see the leg and see what's inside of it. And see what's bound up or what's going on. But once that's good, I'll be happy. Like I said, I got to pull this trailer forward so the weight of that water on the roof gets off of it. And yeah, you know, everybody, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. Honestly, I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks, the stuff in that trailer will be out of it. And that trailer can go to scrap. This one, now that I put some work into it, we'll probably clean it up. And when we're done, I don't really have a use for a box trailer once I'm moved. So this one might get thrown on Facebook Marketplace for $1,500 because it's actually in really good shape. Maybe 25, and we'll see. So if anybody in Eastern New York is looking for a halfway decent box trailer, no title, but halfway decent. Yeah, tires are good. Brakes will be mint. Brakes are mint. Lights will be good. Hit me up. Got it jacked up. Should have done this a while ago. I used the bottle jack to help it. Because, yeah, it was kind of in an odd spot, but you can see all the water that's on the roof. Oh. This one will not have that issue, but this one does. That's because it's dented down. But we're not gonna fix it. We're box trailering on a budget. But whew, it was raining. I was like, I better go do that. So here we are. Quite a bit of water on it. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what we like to see. Look at that, no more water up on top. Got enough slope. You can see how it's dented down. Water just sits on the corner. Somebody said push up from the inside and brace it more. Like I said, when we get done with this trailer, we're going to scrap. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's going to scrap. But if I push up, maybe I'll crack it some more and then we'll have a bigger hole to deal with. So a little drip and leaving it on a slope. I don't know why I never jacked it all the way up to begin with. Yeah. The other one's got some growth up there where it was sitting next to the tree. I've been looking for a pressure washer, a hot water pressure washer. Problem is, like, a good one. Like, I know I can get the cheapo version, but if we're gonna have the cheapo version, we're gonna break it pretty quickly. Since we're washing heavy duty. But yeah, a hot water one, they're like $4 grand. It's wild. Now that we have water off the roof, my plan is to see if I can take enough stuff off my gooseneck trailer to fit that planter on it. So we're gonna go consolidate what is on the gooseneck right now into the landall and see where that gets us. We got all those chains and binders and everything else, so hopefully that puts us in a good place where, yeah, we can fill that trailer full enough. Then we'll get the gooseneck back here, load the planter on it, and yeah, not have to make multiple trips. Let's go see. Yeah, weather's changing, but yeah, we gotta throw new chains on. We got more chains, we got binders. Probably gonna end up getting more chains. They were all out of chains. I got all the ones the other day, but we're gonna go check on Frank, see what he's up to. Hell yeah. They're staying pretty busy. Well, you always gotta stay busy, but working on another loader. They got that other one functioning pretty good, but they got some more stuff. And then Scotty is going right into full paint on, it's an MX 110 that had narrow row crop tires. I forget where they bought this out of, but it was a pretty sharp, well, it was a good tractor, but it needs some brightening up. It had sun fade and everything else like that, so Scotty will do some magic and a lot of prep work right now, and then he'll paint it. So, well, running a little behind schedule, and a famous Vermont farmer is in town, so I'm just gonna throw the chains in, and then we're gonna come mess with this tomorrow, or maybe the next day. We'll see. Well, ended up loading up the trailer with chains, binders, everything we got the other day. Trailer's loaded. Make future things really nicely. Went to dinner. Tim Hallett out of Vermont. He was down moving his daughter out of the city up back towards this way, so figured had to take him out to dinner, so we did that. Appreciate Tim letting me take him to dinner because he had to be back to do chores at 3:30 in the morning. So we went dinner, he shot back up, 4-hour ride or so. But that will do it for this video. A lot of bouncing around, getting as many projects I can done in between my workload, but some point sooner than later here, we will, yeah, we won't have the day job, which it is kind of sad. I will miss what everybody I work with and all the farms I work with, but I'm excited at the same point. So appreciate you guys watching along, liking, subscribing. Go hit the link down below. Check out Hisea Boots. Yeah, been really good, especially with the monsoon season of winter we've had. It's been all over the place. It's not normal like this. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.